Welcome to A Double
and
Dice
with your host Kim.
and Jocelyn.
Pour your favorite beverage,
Pull up a comfy chair.
because we are ready to roll.
Welcome to episode 56 of A Double and Dice. And today it's going to be a chill and relaxing episode. I think we're just going to be chatting away, I think, today.
Yeah, because it's not like we didn't do that just for our anniversary episode on YouTube for 2.5 hours.
That was a lot of talking.
It was a lot of talking. It was a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
But
I commend people who actually went back and listened to that. So thank you for doing that if you did.
yeah, we do appreciate it. And we also appreciate those of you that were there live, which was awesome.
Yes.
When we interrupted our own dice social. So
Yeah, that was fun though. It was fun.
it was fun. But yeah, we're kind of like, we're like, okay, so Dark Phoenix Saga has launched.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my product.
Kim does not.
Unfortunately, still waiting for her pre-order at the time that we're recording this. And I've only opened 2 of my packs out of my display. So I still have 6 packs out of my first display to open, and I have a second display. So,
I'm surprised you're containing yourself.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. One is I found that what Rob and I did with Infinity Gauntlet was a lot of fun, which was we opened up our packs and we played games. And we tried to do it on Twitch, but the videos never stuck because we had a lot of problems back then with Twitch when we first started streaming. So now we're doing a little bit better, and we're going to, I think, be able to do some live stuff. But we just opened a couple of packs to get our feet wet and get sort of, used to some of the cards and how it's working out. So we actually did something we haven't done in a really long time, which was we sat at the kitchen table and we put out our Dice Masters and we put on music and we played. So we used to do that all the time. Like, it used to be one of the things we would do on a Saturday night is we would get out our Dice Masters and we'd build some teams and we'd sit down, we'd play games and we'd listen to music. So
And have a beer.
A beer, yeah. We didn't have any beer this weekend though, but we did have some sake because there was some sake in the fridge that we've been like waiting on for far too long. So we had a little bit of that. Probably longer, to be honest.
It fermented.
It's actually really delicious. So it was delicious when we tried it, when we bought it at the sake place downtown Toronto, and it's still delicious now.
There you go.
So yeah, so we did that, and Kim is anxiously messaging the store. Is it here yet?
I actually called them. I didn't even message.
You phoned them?
Yeah, I phoned to see
You
if,
picked up a telephone to talk to somebody?
I know. Well, not really.
Who does that?
My cell phone. Well, I was on my son's gymnastics, so I was like, you know what? I'm sitting here. I might as well call. It was a Friday and be like, yo, did anything come in this week?
I'm impressed that you did that, Kim, because I mean, aside from work, like in work, I have to use the phone a lot. I'm on the phone all day. But I rarely use the phone in my personal life.
I don't. Like, honestly,
email.
I hate talking on the phone.
I guess honestly I FaceTime.
Even if I have to like call for like an appointment or reschedule, I just don't like doing it. I don't like doing it. Just give me anything online, I'll do it. I'll change it. You know what I mean? Like, I will text galore. I will whatever. But phoning, there's something about it. I just don't want to do it. Yeah. I sulk if I have to do it.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I'm impressed that you phoned. I'm sad that your product hasn't come in yet, and I hope that it comes soon.
Well, I always tell everybody, I'm like, I'll probably get my Kryptonite first before I get my Dark Phoenix. So
I guess we'll see, right? So, but
the race is on.
But yeah, I like what I've opened so far. So, like, Rob's opened 3 packs because Rob won one for attending Dice Social from the display that Matt was able to give away to some of our players and listeners and supporters of dm-north.com. So he got a pack from Matt, and it was a really good pack, Kim. It included a full art basic action card.
Which one?
Mutation.
Every time I see that card, I always think it's Starro.
It kind of looks like Starro, but it's I think it's like a gene.
Yeah, but I'm like, wrong set, wrong universe, wrong everything.
It is so pretty, Kim.
Yeah, it was purple too, so that's why.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. gorgeous. We opened that on Twitch, and you can go see that pack opening if you want to head over to twitch.tv/DiceStationZebra. And I think it's also up on the YouTube channel. If it's not there now, it will be soon. So you can go over to youtube.com/DiceStationZebra to see that pack opening if you would like. So that was a lot of fun. So we opened the pack, we looked at the cards, we talked about them. And yeah, and then we went old school. So soundtrack to Dice Masters games, Kim, are you interested?
Soundtrack. Okay.
Yeah, when we play Dice Masters when we're like at home listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
So our soundtrack is one of two bands. It's either MGMT or Sam Roberts Band. So we listened to both on Saturday night when we played some games. So that was a lot of fun.
I don't know the first one. I may know some songs from the second one.
You probably do know MGMT, but you just don't know
the name,
like the names of their songs.
Probably.
Or the name of the band. And right now I can't think of the name of the record we were listening to. It was their most recent record, which was awesome. And way back in the before times, we went to go see them at Massey Hall. They had this amazing live show. It was fantastic. So yeah. So that was Dark Phoenix. So I've got lots of packs.
Out of your other 4 packs, anything exciting you pulled? What rare or super rare have you pulled?
You're asking me questions I can't answer because I don't remember. And I
don't remember if you pulled a super rare.
I did not pull any super rares, and neither did Rob.
Okay, so still
out
sitting
of
in your box
opened,
then.
Yeah, we haven't opened any super rares. I was like, you know what? We're gonna open like the coolest thing when we're sitting at the table, and it's not gonna be recorded, and it's gonna suck. But we haven't opened anything super cool yet. Both of the packs that we've opened only included rares. But I can't think of any of the rares right now.
Okay.
I think I might have a rare gladiator. Is he blank with just the global possibly?
Is that the guy who has a different global on each card?
No, that's Mr. Sinister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think Rob has pulled 2 of the Mr. Sinisters, but I'm not sure which rarities.
Oh, okay.
I haven't pulled any Mr. Sinister yet for sure. But I did pull the common Dark Phoenix, Kim, which we talked about in our episode 55.
Yep, and you played around her, right?
I did. I played around her, and I actually put some comments into our a double and dice chat over on the dmNorthTV Discord.
It has been blowing up these days.
It has been. All the Discords and the Facebooks and
all the Dark Phoenix talk.
Yeah. So Dark Phoenix Malevolent is the common, and she's the one that when we started talking about it in episode 55, we realized that for some reason my Dice Coalition was showing a different version of the card than Kim's was. So anyway, what she does is she's a 7-cost bolt. She has the Dark Phoenix Global, which is pay a bolt and KO target character die you control. The next die you purchase this turn costs 2 less. So she immediately becomes a 5-cost if you pay the bolt. She also costs 1 less if your opponent has an X-Men character on your team. So she was actually a 6-cost because Rob was playing obviously with X-Men characters. There's a ton of them in the set. Mm-hmm. Although I forgot that part of her ability and also could not roll a sidekick, so I ended up paying full price for her when I played. So I played all 7. I paid 7 for her when I probably only needed to pay 6. But either way. So what she does is when she's fielded, you KO target character die. And if that character die is an X-Man character, then you deal your opponent 4 damage.
Just like that.
Just like that. So you could KO your own X-Man, or you could KO an opposing X-Man, like any X-Man you can target, right? So Rob was playing with one of the Gambits, and I was able to KO him a couple of times, and I think I had to KO my own Blink once. But either way, I was able to do a whole bunch of damage to him, and it's really impressive. Like, seriously.
Now, how were you... she's a when fielded, right? So
yeah.
What were you doing to get her back circled around? Did she get stuck in the field, or?
No, her own global would KO her.
That's true. Yeah.
But both times I rolled her on level 1, so she was a 5 attack, and by KOing Rob's X-Man character, his field was open, so I sent her through.
There you go.
For 5 damage. So I did 4 with the Dark Phoenix, and then 5 with the die.
Yeah, because nothing can really stop direct damage. I mean, it used to be, what was it, Bishop back in the day. Mm-hmm. I mean, Big E can reduce it to 2, Black Widow can only reduce it to 1 by
Yeah.
1. So
I mean,
there's nothing really stopping it at the moment.
there's got to be something. If there isn't something now, there's going to be something coming, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But in draft, for sure, like super oppressive.
Oh yeah,
right?
5 turns of that and the game's over.
Well, and especially if you can push her through, and you
Mm-hmm.
almost wonder, like, should I push her through or should I
Mm-hmm.
KO her with her own global, like on my opponent's turn?
Well, if her low level is 5, and you can push her through for 5 over 4.
Yeah.
As long as you have good bag management, you can get her pretty back quickly.
Yeah, and I mean, on our high side, she's an 8.
Yeah.
So
So
3 to field, but an 8.
Yeah, the game will over pretty quick.
Yeah. So in draft, or what Rob and I were playing was sealed, where we each opened a pack and then just built a team out of whatever was in that pack. Pretty impressive for sure. So we played 2 games with that pack. The first game I won with the Dark Phoenix, and then the second game I went a different way and I played with one of the Gambits.
Okay.
And it, when you field him, he re-rolls your opponent's whole field. And if they roll energy faces, they go to their opponent's use file.
Yep.
So that was pretty cool. I think probably the best game that I played with that one was when Rob had 3 dice in his field, a sidekick and 2 characters, and all 3 of them rolled back. Which is awful for me, but great for Rob. And then the next time I did it, then none of them rolled back, and then I was able to push through for exactly 14 damage.
Nice.
And Rob had me on the back foot there because he was playing the uncommon Deathbird. So when she's active, when your opponent, when you as the active player KO an opposing character die with 3 defense or more, your opponent takes direct damage. I think it's 3 damage. And that was pretty impressive as well, because you have to be really strategic in how you block or how you attack and how your opponent might block you, because if you have 3 or more defense on your character, you're going to take 3 damage when your character's KO'd.
Okay.
So that was really cool. So the second game, I didn't want to do the Dark Phoenix thing again. So I decided to play the Gambit thing, and he was playing the Deathbird against me, and I had a force attack global, and it was just like, it was crazy. It was a lot of fun. It was a super fun set.
So just so everybody knows, I like Gambit. And I would be super happy if I just get all 3 rarities of Gambit in their foil. I will be happy.
I'm pretty sure the community can help you with that, Kim.
Yeah. Because I think he would look awesome in foil.
Yeah. I don't know if we have a foil one yet, but I think he would look awesome in foil. I will say his die is harder to read than I expected it to.
Maybe because is it brownish color over the pink?
No, it's pink? Translucent.
Ooh.
It's translucent pink.
Okay.
With like brown
for the
die
the stats
images and
yeah.
stats. And because of the way it was really hard to read.
So and
the die is pretty
because it's pink. It's pink,
it's
right?
Pink and translucent, but it's hard to read.
They should have done it in like white, because his original in AVX, it was actually brown as the most color and pink as the inside. So they reversed it for this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool looking die, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
So it looks super cool, but it's hard to read. But that's okay. That's what cards are for. So so we've had a lot of fun playing with what we have, and I am sure that Rob and I, via Dice Station Zebra, will be getting some more games up and playing some more Dice Masters online, so it won't just be HeroClix content anymore. So
still some HeroClix, but
there will absolutely still be HeroClix, because we are going to continue to play both. We really enjoy it. So but as it goes, we're pretty happy to have some Dice Masters, and we're lucky and feel very lucky and happy and privileged to have our product so that we can play some games. So looking forward to playing more with those cards for sure.
I'm still holding back. I still don't know what majority of those cards do in the set. I'm still good.
Just
I haven't been reading. Yeah, I know. I've been reading anything that's been going on in the Discord. Scroll to the bottom.
So So that's my in real life Dice Masters, Rob and I playing at the kitchen table. We are going to try and get some events together locally, both in the Mississauga area, which is west end of Toronto, west of Toronto, I guess technically, and also in the Durham region, which is east of Toronto. So if you're interested in attending any live Dice Masters events, make sure you follow Dice Masters Durham region on Facebook. There's a Facebook page you can join. I will approve you, and you can see all the events that we're going to be posting up. But we'll also post them in the dmNorthTV Discord in the live events channel, and we'll also make sure that they get posted on the Facebook on the Dice Masters Unlimited. So there'll be lots of places to find out. But we're looking to get some events together. Hopefully we can find some product. The store owner is trying to get some product for us so we can potentially do some drafts. But if we can't do any drafts, then we can at least do constructed games and get together as the world has started to open up a little bit safely.
Yeah.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's spring break here for us right now. And what is it? No mask come Monday, which is very odd. After a spring break, a week of people going away and coming back. And
So no masks most places.
Yeah. No, not in schools. So
yeah, but healthcare is still going to require them, Kim, if you haven't heard yet. So
yeah,
doctors' offices and opticians.
Yeah, anything that I think that people are going to be up and close in your face, right? So
anything healthcare related is going to continue to require masking in Ontario, at least where we are. So I just got the official word on that today, actually, as we're recording this episode. So that's a work Jocelyn conversation, not a podcast Jocelyn conversation. But yeah, so masks are coming off and restrictions are loosening, and I mean, hopefully things continue to go in a positive direction, because it has been really nice to interact with people in person. I'm not anti-mask in any way. I'm more than happy to keep wearing masks if people are more comfortable that way, and I might even choose to continue to wear them.
Yeah, same.
So for a while. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to opening more cards and figuring out what I have and what I don't have, and is there a full art basic action card in one of my displays, or will Rob get that too?
Well, their thing is what, 2 SRs, maybe a basic, a full art, maybe three super rares. I don't know.
Yeah. So in Infinity Gauntlet, I got the 2 super rare display.
Yeah, I got 2 as well.
I think you got 3, Kim.
I did? I don't even remember what super rares are even owned for that.
Yeah, you got 3, and Rob got 3 and a full art basic action card in his Infinity Gauntlet display.
That's super duper.
Yeah. And then now he's got the mutation full art basic action, thanks to Mr. Matt, who randomly picked a box for him out of the display. And so yeah, so he's got a gorgeous investigation and a gorgeous mutation, and I have 0 of those cards. So
I'm trying to remember what super rares I have. Black Widow, I think.
I can't remember right now.
Oh,
I think I have a Ms. Marvel.
Spider-Man. And
we traded for some, so we got some extras after the fact, but
I don't know. I don't have a full set of that. Anyway,
I'm not going to chase the full arts. If I happen to get one, I will probably keep it, unless it happens to be a mutation, because Rob has one, and then we could trade it for something else.
Well, aren't you a big collector? Don't you want to get everything?
No, I will get whatever I can get, and that'll be awesome. That's kind of how I look at it. So I'm more interested in playing the game, and I'm more interested in getting more people to play the game. So that's kind of where my focus is.
Mm-hmm.
I want people to play the game with.
Yeah.
And I want to actually play. So in person and away from my computer screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully. If I don't hear anything, I'm calling again on Friday.
Yeah. So that is the Dice Masters news. What else is going on, Kim? What's new and exciting in your life?
In my life? Dice Masters related? Nothing.
Anything related. We're just chilling.
I know. We're just chilling and talking non-Dice Masters. Nothing much. Same old, same old.
Spring break.
Spring break here. Busy.
Yep.
Son's at the grandparents for a few days.
Nice. And that meant you got to go see
the Batman.
Batman. No, it's not that Batman. It's the Batman.
It's the Batman. Vengeance. Okay, spoiler alert.
Let's try and talk about it without spoilers, because
All
it
right,
is pretty
we're
new.
gonna warn everybody right now. Spoiler alerts.
I'm not really going to be spoiling anything.
Well, you never know. You never know if you accidentally might say something.
Did you like the Batman, Kim?
I did.
That sounded like there's a qualifier there.
I did. I enjoyed it. Still dark Batman, right? It's still a dark scene. I don't think I ever saw any light in that movie. Very different of how they took the characters, the villains. Very different take on them. Not our traditional, what we know from past Batmans or even from comic books or whatnot. Definitely enjoyed Mr. What is it? Pattinson?
Robert Pattinson, yes.
Yeah, as Batman, he was pretty good. Good fit for a young Batman.
Did you know he was in Harry Potter?
Yes.
I did not know that until someone told me.
He was one of the other guys on the team, or on the other side of the team, or something.
No, he was in the Goblet of Fire. He was Cedric Diggory.
Yep.
But I didn't realize that was him because I never watched any of his stuff before. Like, I was never into the Twilight or anything like that. So I didn't know anything about him. And then someone told me, was it you?
I don't know.
Someone told me he was in Harry Potter. I don't remember who it was. And I was like, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. And then I'm like, okay, this totally makes sense. And then I went and looked a picture up. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely him. I remember
he was in another movie too that I saw, very dramatic. I think it was based on 911.
Okay.
I saw him in that movie. I don't know the name of it, but it was one of those like I'm gonna cry kind of movie, right?
Yeah.
But he's a very good actor.
Yeah, I remember, like, okay, so here's the thing. I never watched Twilight, right? So, and I didn't realize that he was in Harry Potter. So I was being judgmental without knowing anything about him.
Okay.
I'm like, well, he was in Twilight. So, is he really that good? I don't know. But, so that was very judgmental of me. I was very judging book by cover.
Yeah.
But I used to feel the same way about Kristen Stewart until I saw her in other stuff. And I'm like, yeah, she's really good.
Yeah.
So anyway, I saw him in something. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it might have been when he was in Tenet.
I don't know if I've ever seen that movie.
Well, it's new, right? It just came out in 2020.
Oh, okay.
It's, what's that guy's name? Rob's going to be like, this is the pop culture trainer.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Christopher Nolan.
Okay, yes.
He was in Tenet with Christopher Nolan. So it might have been there. And I was like, wow, he's actually really good. Like, he's better than I expected him to be.
Maybe I have seen Tenet.
It's really weird. It's super twisted.
I can't remember. Oh, Remember Me was the movie that I saw. Remember Me.
Okay. So anyway, so when he was announced as the Batman, I hadn't seen Tenet, and I was like, if that was what it was, which I think it was, and I was like, oh, I don't know, Robert Pattinson. Ooh, I don't know.
I think a lot of people said that.
Yeah, and then probably like me, who had never seen him in anything. But then I saw him in The Thing, and I'm like, wow, he's really good. Maybe he will be okay as Batman. And he turned out to be really good. I thought he was a really good Batman.
Yeah. The only thing that bothered me about him was every time I saw him with not in the Batman suit and his hair, I'd be like, dude, man, move your hair from your face.
I mean, so
it bothered me so much.
I think the source material for this movie, The Batman, is from this book called like Batman Year One or something. So there is a comic book source for it. A lot of the content was in that source apparently.
Yeah.
It's definitely a dark Batman story, and I liked the whole aesthetic of the movie. It was very grimy, dirty, dark Batman, and I liked the way that the relationships were portrayed, and the dynamic between the characters was really good. I don't know if I feel it was extra good because my expectations were low. I'm like, how is this movie 2 hours and 56 minutes long?
It is a little longer than it should have been, but
there's definitely a point towards the end of the movie where you very clearly could have ended it, and then they went on for like another half hour.
Yeah.
But it's just a different take and what have you. And they're definitely, I think, setting up for more movies. And I'm looking forward to more movies. And although it was a long movie and I could see that ending point being earlier, I don't think it was necessarily too long.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't feel like a long movie. It didn't feel
No.
like it was dragging, right? It was cinematic
Mm-hmm.
and grand in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So that's
It's a very I'm new to this. It's a very like I'm a new guy to being Batman. It's not like he's years in being Batman. This is like his year 2 of him being Batman.
he's
And he's
not
just
billionaire
learning the
playboy.
ropes. Yeah, he's not like he doesn't care about women or anything like that. He just like trying to do what's good for, his city and him
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And
Yeah, so definitely, like, I liked that, young Batman concept. Like, I'm just this new guy. I've only been doing this for like a year. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. Like, that was a really cool thing.
yeah.
Um,
He didn't have like high tech tools or his gadgets, nothing like that. It's very very like just starting off kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? Very basic.
yeah. Well, he had some tech, which was pretty cool.
Yeah. I actually really like his Batmobile there.
The Batmobile,
The
I'm
car?
pretty
Oh
sure the
my gosh.
Batmobile has been revealed in like trailers and stuff, but it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Zoe Kravitz as
Mhm.
Catwoman was amazing.
Yeah, she was very, new to what she was doing. You could tell based on, her costume, I guess if you want to call it.
And Paul Dano as the Riddler was just like super creepy.
I know. He was like again, it's not a typical Riddler that you think of, right? When you look at past Batmans or look at comic books and stuff like that. It's a very different take on him.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of really amazing things about it, and I look forward to seeing more movies in this vein. I feel sort of like Batman is maybe the only movie that DC can do well.
Yeah.
That may sound a little harsh, but I just feel like they seem to hit it out of the park with Batman, and like Wonder Woman was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was still room for improvement with Wonder Woman. I feel like that whole Batman v Superman thing was kind of like wasn't really into it. The Christopher Nolan Batman movies were good. I liked those. The Suicide Squad was good, but that felt like a Marvel movie because they hired that Marvel guy.
Yeah. It's a fun movie.
Yeah. It was basically Guardians of the Galaxy, except with the Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad.
So, but yeah, so I really liked Batman. I'm glad you liked it too, Kim.
Yeah, I forgot that Colin Farrell was the Penguin because he's obviously in a suit, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot he was the Penguin.
I didn't even realize that was him until just now when I looked this up as we were talking.
Oh really? My husband told me at the beginning. I didn't. It was like I was listening but not listening.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's right. He was it. Like he looked completely different. You would never know it's him.
No, the casting was on point.
Yeah.
Yeah. The casting was on point. The directing was on point. The music was good. The aesthetic was good. It was very cinematic, and at the same time, very evocative of comic books.
Mm-hmm. It's a very different take. Yeah.
Definitely.
Don't expect going into a Batman movie with like thinking comic books, like past comic books, like how past ones are like explosions and this and that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Don't go into it thinking Batman 66 and Adam West.
No, just to go in open-minded for this Batman and don't read, like I never read reviews because I know this was getting a hit and miss reviews.
Yeah.
I think. Don't read them. Just go and enjoy yourself watching it.
Did you see that meme that was going around about the Batman?
Probably not.
I can't find it right now.
It wasn't in any of the Discords, was it?
I don't think so. It was a picture of some comic book character.
No.
Not the Watcher, because he's not Uatu from Marvel, but somebody from Watchmen, maybe.
Okay.
Anyway, he was sitting on the moon, and he was like, "It's 1989, and I'm watching a new, darker Batman movie." And then he moves on to whatever the next Batman movie was, which was darker, and then the next Batman movie was darker. The whole concept is like it just keeps getting darker, the Batman movies. So it was kind of funny. It was floating around the interwebs.
Mm.
So after the movie came out, but it was good. I think it was definitely worth seeing in the theater.
Yes.
So if you are able to attend the theater and you feel safe going to the theater wherever you are in the world, I would recommend going to see it in the movie theater.
And speaking of Batman, I put Batman on my team for one of my Orbital Strikes team, and I was thinking to myself, how come I never had Batman on my team before?
Yeah, that is a weird thing for you.
One,
not
he's
to
a
have on your
mask, and I had
team.
Oscar on the team, and he was a 4 cost. What am I not doing? But his fielding costs are not very good, so.
Well, put Robote Gilliam on the team.
Yep. I think I have him for the Pump Global. I think it's the same guy. I think. I have to look it up, but yeah, enjoy it. Definitely go in there open-minded. Don't read reviews.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with that.
Yeah, and I still haven't read the reviews, and I think there was an after the credit, but we did not stay for it.
There is.
But I don't think it's dramatic. Or I don't think it was dramatic.
I don't remember this.
I don't think it had anything to do with anything else, really. But I could catch that on the interweb maybe one day.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you absolutely can.
Mm-hmm.
The interweb will help you.
Yeah, it was enjoyable.
Well, I'm glad that you liked it. What did you guys think of the Batman?
Have you seen it?
Did we spoil it for you? I hope not.
Well, we gave them the warning.
I don't think we really gave them anything
No.
that wasn't out there in the trailers and things like that. So
yeah.
So we can probably feel pretty good about ourselves there. So yeah. What else, Kim? Anything else going on?
No. Nothing really. I started back drawing again. It was Mario Day last week, so I drew Mario.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. I kept seeing people saying it was Mario Day, and I was super confused until the next day when I saw someone type it as MAR10
Right?
Mario, and I'm like, oh,
March
I get
10th.
it now. I was super confused. I had no idea.
Yeah, Noah dressed up in his Mario stuff that day to school.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So
how's drawing feel? Does it feel good to be back?
Yeah, it does. I hopefully get back on a regular schedule. It works so much better during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got rated into by Legion, and it was fun. We were chatting and video games and stuff like that. So,
awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
Cool.
It's good.
Good stuff.
Maybe I have to draw the Batman next or something.
Maybe.
Now my niece wants to watch all the Batmans, going back to Keaton. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
I know. That's quite different from that Batman up until like the recent Batman. So.
Yeah, it has changed a lot.
Yes.
So. You need, if she wants to go back that far, you need to take her back farther than that. You need to watch Batman 66.
I don't know if she would like that.
You need to get into the
probably style,
Adam West stuff with, bat spray and all the bat gadgets. And
they make the
bang, pow.
There's too many Batmans. Oh my goodness, there's so many things out there.
Well, he's a popular character. He's been around a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So. Well, Kim, should we jump into the dice bag?
Yeah, I think most of our dice bags Dark Phoenix talk, as we did talk about Dark Phoenix in our last episode.
There's some, yeah. So there actually isn't a ton of stuff in the dice bag this week. There was a lot of great conversation happening, as Kim mentioned, on the Discord. So if you want to head over to dmNorthTV on Discord, you can join the conversation for the Double Double and Dice chat, or the Double Double and Dice convo, I think it's called, is the channel. So we heard from Jackalope Spam Nick. He said at JoceStitch with the spicy Dark Phoenix combo ideas this week. After which I had to go back and listen to the episode.
Me too. When he said that, I'm like, what was the combo we talked about? What did she talk about?
I had lots of combos.
Remember.
I was trying to convince you that the common Dark Phoenix and I think the rare Dark Phoenix were better than you thought they were.
Okay. Well,
I think that's what it was.
I don't even remember which one I picked which one I liked. I think we agreed on the same ones though.
Yeah, I think so in the end.
Yeah.
After I convinced you. and I brought you over to the right side.
The Dark Phoenix side.
Yeah. So we heard from Stuart. He played with the rare Dark Phoenix, and he paired it with Confront the Mighty and the Paul Heyman basic action card from WWE. I don't know what Paul Heyman does.
I can look it up for you while you're talking.
Okay. He said both worked okay, and Dark Phoenix does make your opponent think more about their attacking strategy. In that particular game, it was a golden format, so he put on the common SPDR that doubles all damage to villains just to maximize Dark Phoenix effect. And he said that it's a shame she doesn't redirect the damage like the super rare Jocasta did, especially on a 7 cost. She's not really a 7 cost, Stu. If you pay a bolt, she's only a 5.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you find it, Kim?
Yes. So Paul Heyman is a basic action card. Each player picks one of their dice in the field zone. Those dice deal each other damage equal to their cost.
Oh.
If any die is KO'd, that die's controller loses 1 life. Asterisk, instead they lose 2 life. Double asterisk, instead they lose 3 life. Also has a global on there. Pay a bolt, deal 1 damage to target superstar. Use this ability only once per turn.
Nice. Okay, and then what does the rare Dark Phoenix do?
The rare Dark Phoenix is when this is the one that's not a 5 cost, it's a 7 cost. That's right. When an opposing character die damages Dark Phoenix, she deals that much damage to each opponent.
Right. Okay, so that's how that would work together. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, funny because I look up Dark and you know what the second card is in, and this is just for Nick. Madeline Pryor. Dark Influence.
There you go. So yeah, so there was some conversation there about, and then Nick piped up and said, at least with Dark Phoenix, you can do it more than once per turn. With Super Rare Jocasta, you could only do it, I guess, once per turn. And he thought that Paul Heyman was a pretty cool idea, and I agree. I think that's a pretty cool combo idea you came up with there, Stu. Thanks for sharing it with us. And they came up with some other ideas that they could pair it with if they were doing something in Constructed. And then I shared what I had talked about with the common Dark Phoenix, which we've already talked about. Yort, aka Troy, popped up and said that the common Dark Phoenix was the one that gave him the most grief in the draft where he pulled the Master Mold, the super rare Master Mold, of course. Mm-hmm. As much of the rest of his team was X-Men. He said, I think the person I was playing had also discounted Dark Phoenix with Deadpool. There's a Deadpool in the set, number 1 draft pick.
I don't even know what he does. So,
if you're playing the game in the draft format, at the beginning of your game, you can choose one of your cards, and that card costs 1 less for that game.
Okay.
He said, so she was only 5 to purchase. He said that he also had the uncommon Deathbird, so if he happened to leave an X-Man with more than 3 defense out there for him to KO with Dark Phoenix, I was eating 7 damage. So yeah, that's the Deathbird that I was telling you that Rob was playing, which I mentioned there. There was some conversation about Deken. The common Deken has been very popular. People like it. And then Rob piped up and said that he's loving the new set. There's lots of interesting cards that is going to make this a fun draft set and good in meta competitive level too. He loves the Founder keyword and that we're seeing more Energize as well. So there is some cool Energize effects, and Founder is actually pretty awesome. So there's some interesting stuff happening there. So yeah, so join the conversation on the Discord. We also heard from everyone's fave hero, Donnie, on
the YouTube,
as always. And Donnie said, you could talk for hours on the Phoenix Force and the storylines that it has. Out of the new Dark Phoenix cards, I am most excited to use the common. I also cannot wait to try some shenanigans with the rare. Setting up KOing your own X-Men might be fun with the common. I had an Awaken team where the X-Men First Class set came out, and using the common Professor X and the rare Sentinel, it was quite fun having both the heroes and the villains working together on one team. He said also you can get turn 1 4 cost and a prep if you have Dark Phoenix Global, which you can really set up your bag really well if you go second. I really liked using Phoenix Red, which the common reminds me of that one a bit. I was surprised you didn't touch on the OP card from ABX. So yeah, we just decided for the purposes of the last episode, we were just going to focus on the Dark Phoenix cards and Dark Phoenix cards in Dark Phoenix Saga, but we'll probably touch on the other Phoenix cards at some point. So that was a great call out there, Donnie. And yeah, I think there's a lot of storylines. Actually, Kim, I do want to say that it sounds like I did an all right job of teaching people about Dark Phoenix because we didn't get a ton of corrections.
Yeah.
So it sounds like I did okay with my internet research. So that was really good. I was actually pretty proud of that. We did get one thing, and this is my bad for sure. I was talking out of my research and just sort of referencing some things that I sort of knew. And what we heard from Red Mage. Oh no, it's Red Mage. And he said, you touched on the Omega level thing, so I send this because I think it's interesting. And it's also fun to know who else is officially counts as Omega. Jean Grey is an Omega without the Phoenix Force. And he continues on that the power would be up with the Galactus and co rather than being Omega, because the Phoenix Force is not a mutant power, and Omega level relates to mutant power.
Oh, okay.
So she's Omega level already as a mutant, and then the Phoenix Force put her like even higher up because it's not a mutant thing. It's like another level. So
it's like how the Flash has his Flash thing.
Yeah. So and then he sent me this cool little reference here that looks like it might have come out of a House of X or Powers of X book, just from the image on the screen grab he sent me here, or the file. So he said an Omega level mutant, or not he said, but this says, a mutant whose dominant power is deemed to register or reach an undefinable upper limit of that power's specific classification. He says, for example, both Magneto and Forge are the most powerful mutants of their power types on the planet Earth, magnetism and technopathy, respectively. But what makes Magneto and not Forge an Omega level mutant is that the upper limit of Forge's measurable powers could hypothetically be surpassed, and in fact has, by multiple humans on the planet, while the upper limit of Magneto's power cannot be surpassed in any measurable fashion. It says that Omega level is a classification of a single mutant power, and while it is quite common that mutants manifest multiple powers, only one is normally of Omega level. For example, Jean Grey is both a telepath and a telekinetic. She is only an Omega level telepath. Okay. So looking at the list...
Why is her name like different? Why does it say Jean Grey and then says her alias is like Marvel Girl?
Because she is Marvel Girl. But looking at this list, Kim, just because it's us and what do we do is we talk about female characters in Dice Masters sometimes. There's only 3 female characters on this list.
Yes. Is that the name of Storm, really? Was that her name? Yeah.
Aurora Monroe.
Aurora, yeah.
Yeah. There's cards that have that on it.
Okay.
Dice Masters cards.
So she's obviously the weather.
Yeah. So Storm is an Omega level mutant in weather manipulation.
Yeah.
Hope Summers is in power manipulation. And then you have Jean Grey in telepathy. So the other Omega level mutants that are known and listed on this list are Monarch, Iceman, Elixir, Legion, Magneto, Proteus, Mr. M, Exodus, Kid Omega, Powerhouse, and Vulcan.
Somebody that I've never even heard of.
Yeah, well, Powerhouse is Franklin Richards.
Isn't that the Stretch guy?
No, that's the Stretch guy's kid.
Oh.
Franklin Richards is Reed Richards is Franklin Richards' dad.
Okay.
Yep. So
yeah, never.
So that was super interesting, and I'm sort of impressed that I did okay. I'm patting myself on the back.
MacTaggart. Didn't we talk about that at one point?
Did I miss that?
MacTaggart.
Oh, that's Kevin MacTaggart.
Who is the MacTaggart last name?
Moira.
Moira.
Yeah.
I guess that's what her husband, son, I don't know.
Kid, I think.
Yeah.
I think Proteus was her kid.
Yeah.
So yeah. So anyway, so that is my story of the dice bag, Kim.
Nice.
And this is me patting myself on my back. Ready? Pat, 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 pat. For doing reasonable research on the internet.
The internet is never wrong, see?
To the point where people feel like I did an okay job talking about Dark Phoenix, which is a
Yeah.
very complicated storyline. So I think it helps that I had read it, and then I did the research, and then I kind of put 2 and 2 together. So I feel all right about that. It will not happen again. I am sure that I will completely ruin something in research in future, and definitely appreciate you guys letting me know so that I can correct it. But yeah, but overall, that was the dice bag, Kim.
All right. Let's see. What's upcoming events?
Yeah.
Well, the day of this recording, Dice Social will be happening Saturday. So once this recording drops, Dice Social will be over.
What are we doing in Dice Social for those people that are going to miss it?
Yeah, Dark Phoenix. So
Draft or constructed?
Nope. Just if you have it, bring it. I mean, but keep it on the casual end because I know that can be a little bit. I know you can get competitive with that set.
There's a lot of competitive cards for sure.
So try something is not competitive.
That might be hard, but it's how you play it.
Yes, just bring a bunch of common cards. Don't bring Dark Phoenix. There you go. That gives you
Don't
4
bring
damage.
the Dark Phoenix card to the Dark Phoenix event.
For damage to your opponent.
Come out with some stuff that you maybe wouldn't normally play out of the set, or give something different a try, or randomly create a team out of the team builder where you just hit random 8 times and build something.
What you think is going to be meta out there, or you've heard people talking about cards that's going to be meta, do the opposite.
Sold.
Just do the opposite. Remember, we are still a casual playing environment. We don't do competitive. So just, when you're building your teams, just, if that seems competitive, then, just go for it. Something else.
And just, again, remember that we're there to have fun in Dice Social, and it's a new set. You might play a card that you didn't realize was as strong as it was. That's fine. It happens. Right?
Yep.
We've all been there. So yeah. But Dice Social is a very welcoming environment. It is great for new players. If you've never played before, if you want to, I know this is kind of wasted on this month because the episode is coming out after the event.
Yeah, it's good for upcoming,
Good for upcoming. So keep that in mind, and come out, play, have a good time. We don't even keep score officially, and you just get to play a bunch of people, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, just remember too, if you don't own cards, you don't have it, don't worry about it. You build to your collection. Proxies are always welcome as well, so don't stress over it when it comes to themes or anything like that.
Definitely. Where else can we play Dice Masters online, Kim?
All right, we could play Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern time on dmNorthTV Twitch as we play weekly Dice Arena. It was just passed that they did Dark Phoenix competitive, so they got their competitiveness out. I don't know. I didn't look at it. I did not host this past week, so
no, because you went to go see the Batman.
Yes, I got Mr. Matt to do it, so I think he was having fun.
Yeah.
I just started later, of course, right? So that happens every week. You check out the Discord channel, ours or the Dice Masters one, and you can see the format for upcoming weeks, and then you can build for that. Thursdays, 4 o'clock Eastern is Dice Fight. That is run through the Discord, the Dice Masters Discord. Again, you can check out there for themes and anything that's happening then. April, we're not going to be having a Dice Social in April because we do have another planned event happening, but more details to come on that. And I think that's it for Dice Masters, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think for Dice Masters Online, that's most of it. Reach out to your local stores, see if you can get your Dark Phoenix, see if there's any draft events going on. Engage with your local store if you have one, and reach out to folks on Facebook or Discord or Reddit or wherever, and find out where your local stores are and who's playing, because I think people are going to start playing in person a little bit more. So
one more thing.
yeah.
Two Team Takedown just finished, but keep your eyes out because we're going to try to do this once every quarter. Yeah. What actually works out to more like 3 times a year. So the one that's just finished, if you played in it, please make sure to fill out that survey. It is posted in our dmNorthTV Discord. Gives us an idea and feedback of what we can improve for the next one, and we're hoping to have the next one starting up in May. So please make sure that you do fill that out. Give us all your feedback, good or bad, and look out for the next one that would be announced hopefully next month.
Cool. Sounds awesome, Kim.
And that's it.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Well, in that case, we would love to hear any and all of your thoughts about any of the things we talked about today or things that we didn't talk about that you wish we did. So you can find us in a whole bunch of places so that we can have that conversation. As we mentioned a couple of times on this episode, a great place to get in touch with us is on the Discord. So you can go over to dm-north.com, our website, and click on the Discord link there to join the Discord, which is called dmNorthTV, and you can pop into the A Double Double and Dice Convo to chat about the episodes with us there. You can also at JoceStitch, J-O-C-E Stitch, which is me, and at SuperK, which is Kim, if you want to send us private messages, or just in the Discord so that we know that you sent something to us. That can be done too. Although we're
just
pretty
tag
good.
us.
We're pretty good at responding to messages. So that's the Discord. You can also send us an old-fashioned email at tripledpodcast@dm-north.com. You can find us on all the socials, which include Facebook and Twitter and Instagram at dmNorthTV. And you can find live type stuff on Twitch, like Kim's drawing and live gameplay at twitch.tv/dmNorthTV. And you can also head over to YouTube to find recorded videos and great videos about like keywords and all kinds of crazy stuff that we post up there, including board game night that Kim and Matt do on Saturdays. And you can find them at youtube.com/dmNorthTV. If you are looking for a new dice bag to bling out your dice game with your new dice cards and all the fun things that have just come out, you can head over to my Etsy shop at etsy.com/shop/JoceStitch, J-O-C-E Stitch. I still have not posted the new fabric yet. However, I did cut some of it today, so pictures are coming. So you can head over there, you can check out that, and you can get yourself a custom dice bag in lots of different fabrics. There's new Marvel themed fabrics, and there is new DC themed fabrics in preparation for Kryptonite Crisis coming up soon. And that is all we have for today. So until next time, on A Double Double and Dice.